How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the STD podcast. This week, we are going to do something a little bit different. I think last week we had discussed doing an under and overrated series. So we put out some, we put out the box on Instagram, and we got some responses. So we're just going to go over them with you guys.
Let's do it.
Trevor,
everyone who's watching at home, I will be home in 30 seconds. And then I will not be in the darkness. Promise.
I just hope someone gave us food questions so Shimmy and I can argue like an old American.
Yeah, did they?
Think,
Are there food questions?
I think I have some.
Good. Lead with those. No one cares about fitness.
Or food oriented. Yeah, I have a few for sure.
Okay.
Here, I'll start with the ridiculous one.
Yes.
DMart Training said condoms.
Of course. What do you say?
Condoms.
It depends on the girl.
I would say properly rated. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I'm married. So...
Oh, well, I mean, this is the STD podcast, so I guess we're supposed to say overrated. I don't know.
I guess we probably should. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. Completely overrated. Who needs those?
Who needs those?
Yeah. What's a condom?
Raw dog life, brother.
That's amazing.
Pre-workout meal, food related somewhat.
Overrated.
Overrated.
I'm going overrated. I think that so many people put such a stock into their perfect ratio of carbs and proteins and whatever. And at the end of it all, yes, that stuff matters, but it does not matter nearly as much as what your food consumption is throughout the day and just in general. So it's important, but I think it's overrated.
Yeah, I agree. And my thing is the people who I can't have a pre-workout meal, so I can't train.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Unless you've gone 20 hours without eating, you're gonna be fine.
Right. Well, and the counter to that is people who say they can't have anything before they train or during, right? Which I think that I'm very much of the mindset of you can have a shake while you train or something very light to maximize muscle protein synthesis. Now, if you're aware of the trade-off and you're okay with that, I mean, it's very small. I don't want to blow it out of proportion, but it's there, right? So having some sort of shake or even just having an intro, which is what I've been doing this whole mass phase, instead of having breakfast, just have a shake, go straight to the gym.
Yeah, if you're working out first thing in the morning, you can have a shake and you don't even need much.
No.
You can have literally 10 grams of protein from whey and 20 grams of carbs.
Yep.
And that's more than enough for an intra-workout shake.
You see that, right? So case in point, overrated, because every single person here has basically given you a different thing about it. So clearly overrated.
Yeah.
Here's a food one. Chicken thighs. I guess this isn't really underrated, overrated, but we could do them as under. So chicken thighs first.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah.
1000% underrated. They're not you can, unless you were just in the depths of a diet, you can have them throughout an entire diet. They're not that
right. 100%.
So much better than chicken breast.
They are way tastier. Marinate them in some teriyaki, throw them on the grill. Delicious.
So good.
Underrated.
But he wanted to do a comparison to ground beef, so I guess we can do that as well.
So what's the question? Comparison, or am I doing over under on ground beef?
I just said over under, but he wanted us to compare chicken thighs and ground beef.
Just do overrated, underrated for ground beef.
Okay, yeah, ground beef.
Underrated.
Overrated.
Let's go.
Underrated when you're massing for sure.
I think underrated across the board, and I'll tell you why. But first of all, you need to make sure you're buying the appropriate ratio. 96.4 is gross. 93.7 is also gross. 90-10 is the move. 90-10 is the perfect mix of having a little bit of flavor, but also still being lean enough where it makes sense. Ground beef is super healthy for you, has way more of a micronutrient content than regular chicken does. It's so forgiving to cook. It's so easy to cook, and it tastes amazing. When you're massing, you just obviously mash that up with carbs, you're good to go. When you're dieting, you can also mix it with higher volume things. Put it in a salad, mix it with beans. You're so good to go. To me, ground beef is like top. I eat a lot of ground beef. Big fan.
And up until recent years, it's actually like the same, if not sometimes cheaper than chicken.
Yeah, now lately it's so
expensive. Yeah.
I say overrated because like if I'm gonna buy beef, I'm probably just gonna buy like some lean roast, just because it's cheaper and it's the same damn thing, and you just throw it in like a slow cooker and shred it up.
So I don't do that because usually those things don't have the macros on them.
That like on the thing when you buy it?
Correct.
You just search on Google.
I know, but if I have my 90-10 ground beef or 93.7, I can see like, oh, 4 ounces, 22 grams of protein, 11 grams of fat. Bam.
So basically,
like, I know that.
Shimmy is saying is that in this case, he's the lazy asshole that doesn't want to do an extra step.
Maybe that could be. Also, another reason why it's underrated. If you are a of the culinary ilk like I am, and you actually like to cook, ground beef is infinitely flexible. Like burgers, mix it with things in a saute pan, meatloaf, meatballs. There's so many other things that I'm not like. It's amazing. Big fan.
Shimmy, I don't think you're redneck enough to eat a meatloaf.
I'm not redneck at all. So funny thing. So I have a list of things that I'm going to conquer when I'm done dieting, because I like to cook a lot, for anybody that doesn't know. And meatloaf is actually on that list because I'm not the biggest meatloaf fan, but I'm confident that if I make it, I can make it unbelievable. So I'm going to do that.
I'm sure meatloaf is not like the thing I think of that I would like be my first choice if I was going to have a meal.
Same. But I'm going to make it amazing.
Oklahoma and same.
One thing I was going to say is, so I actually do a weird thing with my ground beef. I actually I drain it and rinse it when I make it, and then I season it. I just reduce the fat content, like mostly.
Okay.
So it makes it probably
seems unnecessarily pedantic, but that's fine.
I just reduce any excess saturated fat consumption.
In case anyone is curious and they want to do that, it's basically the equivalent of like 96.4 when you do that.
Yeah.
And so if you want to buy cheaper ground beef and make it leaner, you can do that, and it will work up to like 80-20 you can do that with, and it still ends up being roughly 96.4.
I guess where my rationale for doing that was that the micronutrition isn't in the saturated fat, and as an enhanced lifter, I don't really need the saturated fat for hormone synthesis as much, and I get enough for my diet already. Yeah. So I use relatively lean steaks like Top Round or Eye of Round.
And if you're a female, maybe, or a smaller male, maybe your fat macros get to a point where the fat content of 90-10 does get to be pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, especially when you're dieting, you can use that. I used it up until like 4 weeks out, and then I just went to like a steak so I could chew.
That's the other reason why I say it is underrated in massing but overrated in dieting, because you have to chew a steak.
Yeah, I won't even cut it. I'll make sure that it's not cut, like, so I can hand cut it with a knife and a fork and like take my time eating it.
Dylan, can I give you an over under?
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Over under baked beans.
I don't know how to, let's see. Baked beans.
Is that a thing in Arizona? Do you guys eat baked beans?
I ate them in California.
All right, man. It's a loaded question, Dylan. The answer
I haven't had them in so long.
The answer's under. Okay. Check this out.
Literally in your
brown,
hands.
and you got to get the vegetarian ones, right? Because we're all Jewish. We all keep kosher, so we don't eat pork in this motherfucker. We all know that. So brown sugar hickory baked beans, okay? Half a cup, no fat, 33 grams of carbs, of which 5 grams are fiber, 7 grams of protein. Tastes unbelievable.
Oh.
You take this, you mix it with your beef or chicken because it's already in the sauce. It's unreal. This is my favorite diet meal currently.
What's the fiber content? I'm curious.
I just told you. So you got 33 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber.
With that, with those macros, especially while massing, I would say underrated for sure.
No,
it's even dieting too.
Yeah. I don't know if I could while I'm dieting because I just have a ridiculous.
Yeah, Shimmy, you're talking to two fatties here, so
yeah.
I immediately, like day one of the diet, I go to potatoes and oatmeal.
Yeah, same. Shimmy's over here like eating bullshit.
He's like, yeah, I had sushi last week. I'm like, yeah,
he's like having his. He's telling me about these gas station adventures.
I found what kind of gas station adventures?
Hold on. We're here. So Dylan, what you know about these?
I've been seeing them more.
Pop-Tarts.
I've been seeing them more. I haven't had them though.
Fucking Pop-Tarts are his go-to diet food. I'm like, Shimmy, I'd eat an entire box if I was dieting.
8 grams of fat, 24 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fiber, 20 grams of protein. It's made by Legendary.
Yeah. How many calories per
180
per pastry?
Yeah. So I had the chocolate one today and it was fine. I'm gonna have the strawberry one tomorrow and let you know how it is.
Shimmy, before we move on, regular Pop-Tarts, best flavor, go.
Wild berry.
That's an acceptable answer.
Yes, sir. You didn't expect that one.
Is it maple? I think I would.
No.
Brown sugar. No. Brown sugar.
No.
You're thinking of the maple brown sugar. The best flavors are the strawberry or the wild berry.
Yeah.
I like
so wild berry, Dylan, is rare. You don't see it everywhere.
Yeah, that was like really popular in the 90s is when it came out.
You know it, Dylan, or no?
Yeah, I've had it. Okay. Still maple brown sugar.
So for all of our viewers out there, wild berry is purple. It's very good. You should go on Amazon or Walmart and order you a box. Uncle Shim said so. You're welcome.
They're delicious.
And then obviously strawberry with the frosting. Yeah. Obviously.
I don't know why that reminds me of toaster strudels. That used to be my shit.
Toaster strudels are better than Pop-Tarts.
That's a bold claim. I won't agree with you, but I like them.
I would go with that as well. I'm gonna buy some at the store now that you say that.
Yeah, actually, now I'm thinking like that sounds pretty good.
Remember, you get like the little squeeze. Like I remember just
you get the squirt pack,
yeah,
design your icing over it.
Yeah, but what do you do when you fuck your design up and you put all of the squirt in like one spot? Then you have to like rub it through.
Spread it with a butter knife.
Yeah,
and then I would like suck the rest out of the packet.
Yeah,
you're so fucking fat. Oh my god.
Cold showers.
Overrated.
Underrated.
What? That's because you're fucking huge. You're always hot.
Not for. Yeah. Also, I live in the desert.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, but not for recovery. For waking you up when you're tired.
I'll give you that. It will wake your ass up real quick.
I will still give you overrated. I'm not doing that.
It's still overrated. Okay, so
I need it sometimes.
My hair is a hot mess right now because I'm getting it done tomorrow. But for the first about 6 weeks after I get my hair colored, I only wash it with ice cold water.
Why is that? Does it help with the color staying?
The color stays in longer.
Interesting.
Trevor, what is your natural hair color?
Dark brown.
Do you think you'll ever go back to it?
I'll probably shave my head by that.
Why?
I don't. I mean, we mean why? Why is the sun good? Why are trees good?
At this point, I had my hair colored for 9 years.
Yeah, it's like Trevor's signature. That's what I'm saying.
Before this time, I 14 years ago, I colored it for 2 years straight, and then my stylist quit, or she retired. And I tried a couple of people, and I couldn't find someone who I like to do my hair, so I shaved my head.
Mm-hmm.
So if I stop coloring my hair at this point, I'll probably shave my head again.
Yeah, I need to do some color here. I want to do blonde again.
Are you serious? You're gonna go blonde again?
Oh, I fucking love that. I miss. I was looking at the video like the RP one that just went out, and I was like, I fucking miss that hair color.
Put some wild heel or something in there.
I'd be down actually. I was opposed for a while, but I'd be down. This is an interesting one. 5-day split versus 6-day split for intermediate lifters.
What? Can I be in the middle? Can I be neutral?
Yeah, you can say properly rated.
I'm going to answer this question as an overrated, underrated. for an intermediate lifter, I think a 6-day split is overrated.
Yeah. What would you normally end up seeing someone like that on?
Like an early to mid intermediate, I would just put on a 4-day split.
Yeah. Once they're nearing towards the end of that, maybe 5.
Yeah, then move to 5.
Yeah. Jimmy, any input?
Maybe 6 if they're
you know what's so funny? Like when it comes to me, like programming for somebody, I am like a curmudgeon-y old man in that, like, it really takes so much for me to be like, yeah, you should do another day. I'm always like, you don't need it. You don't need it. Stay with less. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. And it's like the person has to fight me tooth and nail to be like, I'm going 4 or 5 days. Like, all right, fine. Do we want to do whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally have a question. I ask people, how many days a week do you want to train? And then I ask, like, how many can you actually consistently train? Because I don't care how many days you want to train.
So I do that too, but I do how many days you training, and I usually start them a day less than what they normally
smart do. Dylan, that's smart.
Yeah, because I always assume that, just because you say you can train 6 days a week, it doesn't mean you actually can.
Yeah.
95% of the time.
Especially if they haven't been training consistently, I'll always err on the lower side of that.
I got another over under for you guys. You ready? Blackberries. Sure. Over underrated?
Underrated.
Fact.
It's funny you say that. I've been buying like blackberries and raspberries, just like tons of fresh fruit the last couple weeks.
No, Dylan. Not raspberries. Blackberries.
Well, that's what I've been doing, is what I'm saying. I'm
buying both of them.
I'm saying everybody wants to talk about strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. Nobody wants to talk about blackberries.
I will say blackberries are my favorite.
I got one. If you want to get down the berry route, cranberries, overrated or underrated?
Underrated.
Overrated.
Oh, Shimmy, what?
Fuck cranberries. That's because you're 78 years old. No young person likes cranberries.
Cranberries are delicious.
They're too sour.
It's the best part.
Okay, wait. So I've actually haven't had cranberry. Like, how do you eat them? Just eat them like raw?
Put them in oatmeal.
Like just like nothing done to them.
Yeah,
I've never done that.
Trevor, do you mean craisins or cranberries?
Cranberries.
No.
I love when like the fall comes and I can get like bulk cranberries for super cheap and freeze them.
So I was going to say underrated for the micronutrients, because they have a ton of iodine, which isn't normally a lot, and like normally exists in your normal diet unless you have iodized salt. So there's the benefit of.
So I agree with you there, but I don't like cranberries. I don't like craisins either. I prefer raisins. I
don't like craisins. I love cranberry.
No. What do you like cranberry like at Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh, it's like my favorite. I have to put it on my turkey.
Man, the one non-traditional thing my wife's family does is they make cranberry salsa.
Oh, weird. Good. That sounds good.
I mean, you're weird.
Yeah, Dylan, you don't want to ask me. If you ask me, Shimmy, Thanksgiving meal over or underrated, I'm going to tell you overrated.
I think we talked about this around the holidays.
Overrated. American Thanksgiving dinner is like it's like, let's pick largely the worst foods we can possibly pick for a celebratory meal.
It's like one of my favorite holidays. I love.
Wait, Trevor, are you asking, or are you saying that it's bad?
I'm saying that it's bad.
I'm surprised. I thought you would like Thanksgiving.
No, I don't like turkey. Turkey, like, why do we do turkey? It's like the worst meat. Mashed potatoes are probably the only good thing I enjoy at Thanksgiving dinner.
Stuffing?
No, apple pie, sweet potato stuff.
I don't like apple pie that much.
Oh.
Sweet potato casserole depends on who makes it.
Stuffing.
Pumpkin pie is also. Pumpkin pie is
pecan pie. We've talked about this.
Have you had pumpkin cheesecake?
I hate cheesecake.
Oh,
same.
God. Oh God, I love cheesecake.
Same.
Every year for my birthday, I get like one of the mini platter cheesecakes. Assorted.
Hate cheesecake.
Yeah, I don't like cheesecake either.
My favorite. Actually, this is really good because Shimmy just mentioned this. Keeping the same keeping the same exercises in for a while, really getting great at the movement pattern.
Too nuanced. Can't say over underrated. I can't.
Yeah.
Context is so key with this. I can't.
if an exercise gets stale, you should probably change it. Depending on what your diet state is, it might get quicker
training age too, right?
Beginner
probably really smart to stick with very similar, the same movement patterns for a while.
Yeah, because they're not gonna, if you're brand new to training, it's not gonna get stale for a year.
Yeah, I like that, because I feel like there's a lot of people in the like, they're in the camps of like, they'll say like, what was it?
People in the evidence-based crowd.
Yeah, where they're like, you have to do a movement and just progress one movement for months. And I'm like, well, like, yeah, but what if the movement's hurting you, or it's, X, Y, or Z, right?
If something shows a sign of getting stale, you should probably change it.
And I tell you, man, like, I did that. And I know Trevor did too. I did that where I said, this movement is in. I'm keeping it in. It doesn't matter. Like sink or swim, I'm keeping it in. And honestly, I would have been best to just cut it as soon as I even had the thought in my mind.
Yeah.
So this is actually probably a good question. Just to piggyback off that, is we want to make sure we're progressing over time, right? So, and obviously we're not going to be rotating every movement all the time, but then how and which are we tracking progression, and how, or what are we looking at?
You're going to have the same, like, what, 6 to 10 tops movements that you vary through over multiple mesocycles.
So you're looking just at all of those cumulatively, right? Because if you rotate one out, obviously,
if you have 30 exercises you're working through, then I mean, Jesus Christ, it's going to take forever. Right. But who does that?
For what it's worth, and I think we've touched on this before. If a movement is conducive to high volumes, this is going to sound weird when I say it. If a movement is conducive to high volumes, it's going to get switched out faster than a movement that's conducive to lower volumes. If you can do a safety bar pause squat, chances are you're doing anywhere from 2 to 4 sets. That movement will stay in for a while. If you're doing a cuff lateral raise, that most likely can handle 3 or 6 sets, quickly going to that 4 sets, 5 sets range. That movement is going to get swapped out much faster.
Yeah. An exercise has, it's like, and this is going to get taken out of context, but it's like an exercise has a certain amount of reps that can be done to it before it's stale. Things that you do many more sets with, consistently much higher reps with, will probably go stale sooner than things that you only need 2 or 3 sets with.
I just thought of this as something that Menno mentioned, and you'll read this in Menno's course, Trevor, but he was talking about how to judge your strength, and also if you rotate in a movement that you haven't had, like, hasn't been in for a while, what your general strength is on that is actually a good proxy for your average strength, I guess, or if you've made progress. So, like,
I've heard him say that.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting metric to be able to gauge that too.
That is an interesting metric, because it's like, oh, if you were super dialed in on a hack squat doing 315, and then you take a hack squat out for, say, 8 months, you bring a hack squat in and you're doing 315 again with not being super dialed in, you're probably stronger.
Yeah.
Because then in a month you're going to be doing 375.
Right.
Once you get technically dialed in.
Back to it, yeah. CNS and whatnot. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's go on to another one. Carne asada tacos.
Overrated.
I don't even know if I answer this.
Tacos in general.
I have to think about that one, but I think tacos are overrated. It hurts me a little to say, but
I think tacos are overrated. It doesn't hurt me to say it at all. I think tacos are a fucking joke, if you really, really want to know.
Well, what about carne asada burrito?
Underrated.
Yeah. Burritos in general are underrated, and tacos are overrated.
Yes. I don't understand tacos. And this is not coming from somebody who's unintelligent and who doesn't stupidly think deeply about food, because I do. I don't understand tacos. They don't make you full. They're only good when they have a lot of very unique ingredients in them. But to make all of the unique ingredients and put them in a taco is so much effort to essentially produce something that doesn't even make you full.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
what is the point of this?
Yeah. Like, I hate going to a restaurant and it's like, oh, you get a taco platter and it's like 3 tacos.
It's like 3. Like, what
$8. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's like 5 bites of food for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to serve me 6 tacos, okay. Fine.
Taco
number
buffet?
1.
Where's the taco buffet at? That's what
I would. Sure. And what else I don't understand about tacos are what I just named is already very nuanced. You're not finding a taco with a very uniquely either sauced or flavored protein with a pickled vegetable and a very cool kind of sauce and some other things in there. No, you're finding something that's got pico, which is just crushed tomatoes, flavored mayo, aka aioli, and crap lettuce, and like fried fish, or like, these are not good ingredients. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills out here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you been?
Like, you know, people are like, oh yeah, tacos are good, and they go get fucking Taco Bell tacos. I'm like,
have you had like authentic? Like, cause there's a spot I'm checking out that I want to try.
There is literally a food truck that is across the street from us. Super authentic. Their tacos are amazing, and they're relatively cheap, but they're just not filling. And they are exactly what Shimmy just said. They're like a unique meat with pickled vegetables, which, by the way, the only kind of vegetable that belong on a taco should be a pickled vegetable.
Fact.
Don't put fucking lettuce on a taco.
Wait, hold on. Also, if a vegetable is roasted.
Fair. But yeah, it's like they have this like pickled relish, and like they have a few very unique meats, great sauces. They're delicious, but it's like 2 bites of food.
Yeah.
I'll literally eat a taco in like 2 bites.
Yep.
If not 1.
Yeah.
Single arm pull downs. Armand.
Overrated.
Somebody who's currently doing them. Overrated.
Yeah.
Did you see my my little call out in my for my seminar?
I didn't.
No.
Oh, in my seminar, I was like, before you adjust your training frequency, or basically it was like saying like you have to have your technique dialed in before you could even think about how to do a single arm pull down.
I'll have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. It's not as good as when I explain it. Greek yogurt.
Yeah, when you say it out loud, it kind of like nobody cares.
No, yeah,
it's a nice story, Dylan.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not great at like Shimmy's much better at like actually referencing media.
Shimmy's much better at anything that's pop culture-esque.
Yeah. Greek yogurt.
Properly rated.
Agreed.
I don't think it's overrated or underrated. I mean, it's a solid food option, good for dieting, good for massing.
I feel like maybe it's the circle I'm in, but I feel like I don't see a lot of people utilize
You know what? No. Actually, Trevor, I'm gonna dance with this a little bit more. Okay. Unflavored Greek yogurt, overrated. Properly flavored Greek yogurt, underrated. I'll explain. Just Greek yogurt that's plain, in my mind, is disgusting. But you get the right flavoring, and I will obviously give my favorites. And people don't talk about it enough. The Oikos 000 Greek yogurt is the greatest macro Greek yogurt that there is, and it tastes very okay. Strawberry, peach, blueberry. They used to have a peanut butter banana. It's gone now. They used to have a coffee.
Bummer.
It's gone now.
What?
The macros are unbelievable. It's 10 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 15 grams of protein, no fat. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I will, if I am like super busy, I will literally go to the store and buy like the big tub of the vanilla one and eat that for a meal.
Yeah.
But I've got something for you guys that you don't know, and you're welcome in advance. Dannon Light and Fit, apple pie flavored Greek yogurt.
I haven't had the apple pie one, but
I haven't had that one either.
And they're what, like 60, 80 calories.
So the macros are not as good as the Oikos 000, but they're good. It's 12 grams of It's 12 grams of protein, 0 grams of fat, and I think, maybe like 15 grams of carbs or something, or 20 grams of carbs. It's still really good, and it tastes unbelievable. The strawberry cheesecake is also solid.
Man, I had this one in Ohio that was from Kroger. Don't even know what brand it was. It was some random brand, but it was a blueberry one, and it came in the big tub, not like the little containers. It was freaking delicious.
Speaking of Kroger, have you tried the Carb Masters milk yet?
No,
I have not tried like anything from Kroger because Kroger does not exist in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't go to Kroger here in Charleston.
I got mine is Fry's, which gets Kroger
Also
stuff.
does not exist in Oklahoma.
Yeah, the Carb Master is really good. They have a chocolate milk with amazing macros, like insane macros.
Like Fairlife, that kind?
Better than Fairlife. I mean, yeah, it's better than Fairlife.
I want to try it. I don't know.
Jared had like 3 of them in his fridge when I was over. Cream of rice.
Overrated.
Agreed. Overrated. I don't eat that ever.
Like, I don't either. Every
bodybuilder eats it, and it's like, oh my god, it's the best thing ever. It's fucking not. And also, don't buy cream of rice. Buy a fucking 20-pound bag of rice and put it in a $10 coffee cup.
Yep.
I got a better one. Are you ready? Over or underrated? Grits.
Underrated.
Hold on before you say that. Here's my issue with grits. It doesn't have fiber, so it's not going to keep you full. But it has the texture of oatmeal, but it's digested like white rice. So what are you? Because you're going to take me a long time to eat, but you also digest quick. So you're not good for me when I'm massing. You're not good for me when I'm dieting. What am I supposed to do with you?
I'll say underrated for the fact that it's very versatile. I think you can have it with a lot of stuff. So, and for the other reasons you stated.
I actually really like grits and ground beef when I'm massing.
I've had that before.
But isn't it too clumpy? It makes you too full?
No. Not if I
Are you cooking it with butter or chicken broth or something?
No.
I'll just water and salt.
With the butter flavoring though.
Water and salt, and then I'll pour the drippings from cooking ground beef in it. Mix it all up.
That's probably delicious.
I'll also sometimes put low-fat cream of mushroom soup in it. Make a mush out of it, but it's delicious.
Huh.
Never thought of that.
Delicious. It's a great way to just pound like 250 grams of carbs. That's not
that's a really interesting meal.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. It sounds like something Dylan and I would be into.
Yeah, it's great, especially when it's just like, when you're massing and sometimes you're like, I cannot eat something sweet again because I will throw up. Because
I get in either mood. I'm either I want something sweet or I don't want anything to do with it.
So it's like when you like, I can't have any more sweet and you want something savory that's also got just a shit ton of carbs. Great.
Interesting. On the same topic, oatmeal.
I think it's underrated just because everyone eats fucking cream of rice now.
I think oatmeal is properly rated so long as you do it right. I think oatmeal, I can tell you for me, is such a cure-all when I'm dieting 100%. Because I can eat so much of it and it makes me so full. And also, for whatever reason, oatmeal makes me like pretty vascular. I don't know why, but
it's thinning the skin, Shimmy.
The bros are getting bros are getting wrong with Shimmy.
I don't know why. I don't know why. But when I eat it, like a few minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Maybe because it's hot. I don't know.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That must be that. People that eat oatmeal when they're massing do not make any sense to me.
I can't do it when I can do it for the first month of massing.
Dude, I can't even eat like a cup of oatmeal in one sitting. And that's 54 grams of carbs. That's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm with Trevor. I tried to have it the other night and I was like, I can't even finish this.
I remember I fucked up one day. I was massing and I missed a meal entirely. And so I was like trying to figure out what to eat, and I had like very little food options. So I made 250 grams of oatmeal.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh boy.
And mixed casein in it, and I could not finish it. Yeah.
You're scum, dude. You're a
Messed up
fucking
twice.
slumlord. That's gross.
It was bad. I was
That's
just like,
gross.
I got like a quarter of the way through it, and I'm like, I'm just not gonna make my calories today. I'm going to bed.
I'll tell you, I mean, you guys, it won't matter because you're fatties, but anybody in the audience who's dieting, if you guys want like an awesome diet meal, this is what I do. So I take 3/4 cup of oatmeal, and I don't do 1.5 cups of water. I'll do like 1.25. And then I mix in 2 or 3 tablespoons of raisins, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and a bunch of salt, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of sugar. I mix it through. It's unbelievable, and it keeps you very full.
Yeah, that is not a meal I can have with dieting.
Yeah, you guys, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, sugar. I'm all Splenda, man.
Yeah.
But yes, I love that meal. But I do frozen berries. It's delicious.
I've done that too. Yeah.
But yeah, I like the peanut butter with like the sweet. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Oatmeal raisins is like it's dude, it's like what you had when you were a child.
Yeah,
so
right,
good.
right.
But I only do it when I'm dieting. That's it.
I mean, I had dinosaur eggs when I was a child. So
wait. Oatmeal raisin cookies, overrated or underrated?
Dude, you already know where this is going. Underrated.
Underrated.
Yes.
Like
underrated.
My people.
Yes.
Most people probably say that's like an old man cookie, but that's one of my favorites.
That's not true. People that know things, that actually have a fucking brain, they know that the shit's underrated.
Good oatmeal raisin cookie beats a chocolate chip cookie, hands down.
I didn't go that far. I didn't say that. I don't agree with you there. But I think oatmeal raisin cookies are very good.
No, I like a really good oatmeal and raisin cookie compared to just like a standard chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, okay, fine. But if you're going to give me the best oatmeal raisin cookie versus of the best chocolate chip cookie,
no. Chip down. But
sure.
Great oatmeal raisin cookie, stock standard chocolate chip cookie.
I agree with you.
I'm going to take the weird stance here. I would rather reach for white chocolate macadamia nut or oatmeal before I would reach for chocolate chip.
I would definitely go for white chocolate macadamia nut.
Yeah.
But Aaron made these cookies once that were chocolate butterscotch with sea salt or with brown butter chocolate butterscotch cookies.
Sounds wonderful.
The salt.
Fucking amazing.
Salted caramel are pretty good, or like salted butterscotch.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever had make cookies with brown butter sometime. Just do yourself a favor and do it.
For sure.
Never cook with brown butter, period. Just do yourself a favor and cook with brown butter sometime.
Yep.
Yeah. Sheila Fitness, oversized tees.
Underrated. When I'm training, I don't want to be in skin tight clothing.
Okay. I'm going to go overrated. There's a lot of real estate between skin tight clothing and oversized. There's called normal fitting. Maybe you've heard of it.
No.
Maybe you guys have heard of wearing shirts that just fit you like they're supposed to.
I mean, this technically fits me.
Well, look, it's gym culture. So oversized just means fits like a normal fucking t-shirt.
No, maybe because like bodybuilders wear like oversized. Like
yeah, I know. I wear like triple X when I train a lot of times just because it's comfortable. I like things that are breathy and can move.
The longer I train, the bigger shirt I generally like to wear. Just funny because like you start with like 10
and I don't want a shirt that fits normal in a normal situation, because then when I'm pumped, then I'm like, I feel like I can't move. I hate this.
If
I want something that has room for the pump.
Yeah. Shimmy.
Yep, don't agree with you guys at all. I like to wear clothes that fit me. Call me crazy.
I like to wear clothes that fit me, and it just depends on the mood I'm in, really, I guess.
Legs are the worst, though. I do not want any, especially pants. I can't have pants that, like, if they start riding up while I'm squatting, it's a no-go.
Yeah.
So mine is obviously different because I don't have tree trunks like you guys, sadly. So I actually wear shorts that are higher or that are a little bit tighter because it makes me feel better because my legs are just not that big. So I'm cool with it. I don't like wearing baggy pants because then I just feel even smaller.
Well, I mean, I like wearing short. I guess I'm not really on one side or the other. It really just depends on the day, I guess.
I think you just don't know who you are, Dylan. That's what I think. I think you're not
I'm so
ready to make
lost. Yeah.
a stand.
I got a violin, by the way.
Sick.
Speaking of not knowing who I am.
Sick. Sick. I'm soon expecting a rendition of Overnight Celebrity by Twista.
Well, I'm on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, so
that's so I think Overnight Celebrity comes after that.
Does it? Yeah.
Do you know that song, Dylan?
I probably would know it if I heard it. It sounds familiar.
You definitely know it. Yeah, it's Twista and Miri Ben Ari. It's great.
Okay.
Very famous.
Not at all surprised.
Slow jams. That's the goal, is to play like more pop or rap songs. So
for sure.
Trevor, you got to get out of here. So let's just rapid fire the rest of them. Is that okay?
Yeah, the best we can. Done, so she might go late.
Okay. Air fryers for meal prep.
I think nowadays properly rated. Seems like everyone has one.
Everyone has.
For me, it's underrated because I've never used one. I would like to.
Oh my god, get a fucking air fryer.
Get an air fryer, Shimmy. Didn't we talk about this like a year ago?
Yeah, we did.
We did, yeah.
Like our first podcast. EAA's intra-workout. Overrated.
Yep.
Good.
Goodbye.
Easy one. Just use protein if you're going to use it. Protein powder if you're going to use anything. Rice cooker. Properly
rated.
Yeah.
Wrist wraps, properly rated.
Like wrist wraps for bench pressing?
It just says wrist wraps, so I imagine
I guess properly rated. I don't.
Yeah.
If you're talking about straps, then underrated.
Because Versa grips underrated for sure.
No, Versa grips overrated. Suck it, Versa grips. No, overrated. Just them? Get normal lifting straps. Versa grips are weird. I'm sorry.
Your Shimmy's just too dumb to figure them out.
I'm not dumb.
He's like wearing them backwards, like over his hand. Like,
no, I think lifting straps that are in a different color are underrated. Stop buying your lifting straps in black and losing them. Buy them in a different color.
That is leather. That's underrated. That's underrated. Would you say leather straps versus regular?
Leather straps.
Yes. I had some leather ones that were like long. Those are my favorite straps I ever.
They're great. I have a pair still.
Yeah. Process oriented mindset. Underrated.
Underrated.
Most people focus more on the outcome than what they need to do each day to get to the outcome.
Yeah, very underrated.
Quantitative goals. So remind me what quantitative and qualitative goals
overrated. Quantitative goals would be like, oh, I want to lift 405. I want to put on 12 pounds.
And then qualitative would be,
I want to be bigger.
I don't know. I think they're underrated. It depends. It just depends on
I think it would depend on the.
I think it's properly rated because I don't know. I don't think that's a question that you can really answer that with. Yeah. It's broad.
I think quantitative stuff is overrated in the context of bodybuilding because you just get too obsessed with the numbers for no reason.
Yeah, true. I think there needs to be context behind it for sure. Lyle McDonald.
To be honest, for me, I'm neutral. I know Mike hates him and stuff, but like I don't really consume his content. I don't have
I just want to here's one of the things, like I've been around like the fitness space for like 11 years now. I was around when Lyle went on his like racist tirade against people.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
I remember that, and I remember everyone just like being like, oh my god, and just like disowning him. And then like 6 months later, people just forgot it happened and Lyle just came back. And his excuse was, I have mental illness. That's why I did that. And he never actually apologized.
Just even to apologize. Yeah. That happens too much in the fitness industry. Like people just aren't held accountable for
that shit. It's like you having some kind of mental disability does not give you an excuse for being an asshole. You're an adult who is obviously stable enough to take care of himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't even honestly looked into his content. I've heard him say some stuff that's pretty normal, and then I've heard him say some stuff that I'm like, that's way off.
He's a very smart guy, and I will say that. And I definitely think his books are worth reading.
Yeah.
But as a person,
yeah. I personally, so this is like a personal value thing. I just choose to not consume content from people who are assholes. So
makes sense.
I find out someone's just, I won't vote with my dollar, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
That person. Sex or masturbation as a stress reliever?
Sex.
All right, wait, is the question, are we supposed to pick one? Or
I think it's just over under. So like general sex or masturbation.
Sex.
As a stress reliever.
Sex. I mean,
no, I think it's under over.
Well, I guess
I think most people would pick sex if they had it as an option.
Have more. Next question.
Get it over. Like,
have more sex.
Well, in a few years it'll be a robot.
Bodybuilding doesn't even matter. Over under doesn't matter. Turn this
really
off.
Weird
have
question.
More sex.
I have a really weird question, and I don't know why I'm even thinking of it, but what happens when sex with robots is better than sex with humans?
Wait, do you remember the movie? And I don't even remember the name of the movie. Shimmy, you have to know this. These people, they have like basically VR sex in the movie. It's like
Demolition Man.
You mean like 5 years from now?
It's in Demolition Man.
Is that what it's from?
Where Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone sit down in a pod?
Yes.
Demolition Man.
That's good. Yes, thank you. I knew Shimmy would know. Thank you, Shimmy.
And he's like, I didn't even kiss you yet. He's like, you mean fluid transfers? Fluid transfers, the hunka chunka. She's like, it's no longer done.
Yes, so that's what sex is going to be in like 5-10 years.
There was a Black Mirror episode that Maddie made me turn off because these friends start like, it's like Mortal Kombat, but then they just start having sex with each other.
That's
Dylan,
not
have
like
you
Mortal
ever
Kombat
seen?
at all.
No,
Dylan,
it's like it starts as Mortal Kombat and then they start. I haven't. Okay, I'll write it down for the list of movies Shimmy needs me to watch.
Let me be honest with you, okay? And I am now speaking exclusively to Dylan's future clients. When Dylan says he's going to write something down, he's fucking lying. He doesn't literally do anything that he says.
It says Demolition Man. Wait,
that doesn't matter that you wrote it down. You know how many times
I didn't lie about writing it down.
I'm going to watch something and you never watch it. How's Silicon Valley, Dylan? How's that going?
Isn't that on like HBO Max? I don't even have HBO Max.
You said you were going to watch it 8 months ago.
I'm not going to get a subscription.
You said you were going to get an air fryer.
Yeah.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Demolition Man's on streaming services, then I'll watch it.
We talked you into it because you were watching the dude on YouTube.
Yeah, you're watching this channel on like cooking stuff. You're also supposed to send me a list of all the movies, and you didn't.
That's not true. I did send you a list of movies. You never watched them.
Where?
I mean, look at our Instagram chat or our text.
Did not get this list of movies. It was after the Mike podcast because I was like, I had no idea what any of the references were, so I was like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Watch them, Dylan.
No, it's just you.
Watch them while you're high.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
No, don't do that, Dylan. Take Adderall and watch them for focus.
Adderall. How about mushrooms? Can I take mushrooms?
Do the opposite of being high. Take focus meds and then watch them.
So I can remember all the references.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, wait, we got a few more. Cardio in the off season.
What?
Cardio in the off season.
Overrated for naturals, underrated for enhanced.
I don't know about that. Not only is underrated for naturals. I mean, overrated for naturals.
It depends on like what we're talking about with cardio. If we're talking about
modality,
8,000 steps, then yeah.
I think
we're talking about doing actual cardio.
I think it's
no steps.
I think it's overrated in the fact that there's still people who do steady state. I did 30 minutes 6 times a week, especially in the off season. I think it's underrated to be doing steps because it's much more sustainable. I mean, in prep it is too. We're dieting.
Yeah.
I think it's still underrated, but more people are doing it for sure.
Yeah.
So it's getting there.
I think I'm going to make a hot take here. I think actual dedicated cardio for enhanced athletes is underrated.
Dedicated cardio, like, but are we talking about a heart rate zone or just?
Yes, a heart rate.
Okay. Yeah, I the reason I don't do it is I want to say like competitive like I want all of my volume that I possibly can to be going to resistance training.
Yeah, but how much is 20 minutes at 120 beats per minute going to affect you?
Yeah, very minimal. I've thought about it. I for sure have thought about it. Just haven't pulled the trigger on it.
I think it would also like for, I don't know if you struggle with it, but for people who are like getting super winded when they're going over 10 reps, do some fucking cardio.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't get winded.
Okay, yeah, I figured you'd be fine, but at 2, you're also fucking 280.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
I'm almost surprised.
Yeah, that's the healthiest I've been at 280 for sure. So,
are you gonna push Dylan to bigger than this or no?
I sent Trevor some photos earlier. I just literally keep gaining weight. I don't even know how. It's like I wake up like a pound heavier, and I ate the same surplus the day before.
There's a lot of water flux.
Huh?
There's a lot of water flux.
Oh yeah, probably a lot of water flux, but also like I am, and obviously also probably water, but like, man, I've never gotten as many compliments of like how big I've been, like people coming up to me at the gym and stuff.
Yeah,
pretty interesting. It's an interesting time.
His condition's maintaining very well for nearly 280. Your condition looks about the same as it did when you were like 255.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Again, yeah, probably a lot of water because it's the most GH I've ever taken, but
still,
yeah. So I don't know, man. We're gonna be 280 like tomorrow at this point, and then beyond. We have 2 more. How many more mesos? 1 more after this one.
Yeah.
So 285, maybe upper 280s.
287.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Probably end it.
Crazy.
Okay. Trevor, you okay for the couple more, or you need to get out of here?
2 more.
I have like 5. I have 5.
Okay, if they're quick.
Okay. Fructose peri-workout for better uptake resynthesis.
Overrated.
Yeah, I see the data on it is like in cyclists. I think it does help uptake slightly.
It does help uptake slightly, but what are we talking about? Are you talking about you haven't eaten any other meal aside from that in the last 20 hours? Or...
Yeah, because you think about like protein synthesis and like your window of resynthesis probably doesn't matter a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I would probably say that
largely a moot point, especially for resistance training. If you're talking long duration endurance training, we're having a different conversation.
What about enhanced athletes using insulin? Do you think that maybe the timing matters just a little bit more in that case?
Yes, but that is a
uptake.
Topic way.
Yeah, I know. Very, very nuanced. Okay, so I would say probably then overrated for naturals. In that context, I explained it's probably still like neutral. Like I don't know if there's enough data to even say it's
definitely a conversation worth having.
Yeah. Training with 2 to 3 training with 2 to 3 RAR for hypertrophy.
Underrated.
Underrated across for most people.
Yeah, for most people.
Yeah. High test and moderate anabolic stack design.
It's too person dependent.
Very. I've seen people who don't aromatize at all.
Yeah, I like basically have no issues, but I know people who are fucking getting like super like high estrogen side effects off 175 milligrams of test.
Right. I was talking to a guy in Jordan Peters, one of his posts, and he was like he had to take estrogen because he was literally not aromatizing, and he just kept upping his test.
Yeah. So this is
very person dependent. Yeah. Across the board, I usually start as high test as you can tolerate because it's bioidentical and it's safe. It's generally safe. So
take as high test as you can tolerate, and then
whatever. Yeah. DHU. Victor Black.
Okay, so just quickly, this basically falls into the Lyle McDonald.
Yes.
Black is kind of an asshole and is not somebody I would worry spending any time with or spending your money on. There's better people to learn from.
Right. He has some good information. I've used his site, but again,
he has some great information. He's just an asshole.
Same deal. Yeah, I just wouldn't buy from him generally. Being enhanced.
Overrated.
I would say overrated as an enhanced person.
Yeah, I would say overrated.
Yeah, it's not very fun, guys. It's not fun. I'm so fucking tired all the time right now. I literally sleep 9 hours and then take an hour nap in the middle of the day.
But do you think that, Dylan, that's also because you're huge, or it's just all related?
It's probably also that I'm huge. It's the drugs I'm on, and I just do not feel good when I'm on anything above like HRT amount. So
I don't have that issue, but injecting just sucks.
Dude, oh yeah, that's another thing. At this point, where I'm at, I literally, it's like the first 30-45 minutes of my day is prepping injections and doing injections. So
fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Literally can't leave my house because I'm just prepping stuff and like drawing it, shooting it. Yep.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's very overrated.
Yes, overrated for sure.
And again, 2 people who are enhanced on this podcast.
Yeah,
all 3 of us.
Shimmy. And it's not me.
I don't know. Right. If you look at all 3 of us, I think people are going to assume you're enhanced before they will me, Shimmy.
Well, now.
Yeah, show them your fucking abs. Show them your abs, then.
Nah.
Take it off.
Nah.
Nah. He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
For the unveiling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got to go do my PM session. Hopefully we can get. Yeah, I ended up pushing it back because I was tired and took a nap.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. We'll have fun.
There.
Huh?
It's like what, 6, 7 there?
7. So it's usually the latest I'll push it if I have to.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night here.
Yeah. No bueno if it's that late. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get Nick on soon. So
yep.
Waiting for him to respond.
All love. Right. Talk to you guys later.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.